my dear students. Hope you are doing good. This is Lavanya and welcome back to lecture 2 on force and laws of motion for class 9th. So without any more delay, let us quickly begin the lecture. Topic to be discussed today is the first law of motion. Let us quickly proceed. Yes. So let's bring it here. Every body continues in its state of rest or uniform motion in a straight line unless compelled by some external force. And what is the nature of that external force? It is unbalanced force to change that state. Yes, we have studied this before. This concept was given by a 17th century great physicist, Galileo Galilei. He gave the famous principle of inertia. According to this principle, when no unbalanced force acts on the body at rest, it continues in the state of rest. When a body is moving with constant velocity and no external unbalanced force acts on it, it continues in the same state of motion, which we have already studied in the last lecture. Yes, I would suggest you to revisit the lecture and revise the concept before proceeding. Next, we are going to discuss inertia. What is inertia? From Newton's first law of motion, it is clear that a body is unable to change its state of rest or motion by itself. The properties of body is known as inertia. The tendency of a body to resist any change in its state of rest or uniform motion is inertia. It is the inherent property of all objects. Thus, the Newton's first law of motion is also known as the law of inertia. So, we have already discussed that whenever an unbalanced force, external unbalanced force acts on a body, it changes the state of motion of the body. If the motion is in a constant, at a constant velocity, it will change it to rest. Or if the body is at rest, it will tend to bring it to motion. So this is quite easy. Now Galileo's experiment. What made Galileo conclude this? Galileo observed that a smooth ball rolling on a smooth surface would roll from a height from which it was rolled, independent of the angle of incline. You see the ramp here? He reasoned that it must behave like this way because whatever caused it to accelerate down the slope will cause it to accelerate upwards. This is what Galileo stated from his experiment. I hope the concept is very clear to you now. I'll try to give you an example, a realistic one. If there's a very lazy child and he's resting, he'll continue to rest on the bed, lying on the bed and resting. Unless some external unbalanced force, that is mummy ki daat, unless it acts on it, it will continue to rest. And if there's an active child, he'll continue to work unless said to take rest. This is what is a situation with most of you. So there are 3 types of inertia: inertia of rest, inertia of motion and of direction. क्या 3 types है? Come on, repeat fast. Rest, motion and direction. So, just a second. Inertia of rest is the tendency to oppose any change in its state of rest is called the inertia of rest. Simple. Body is resting, it will keep on being at rest unless external unbalanced forces applied. चलो examples देखते हैं. When a bus suddenly starts moving forward, the passenger in the bus falls backward. This is a real life example which I hope many of you have faced. Almost सबने buses and trains में travel किया होगा. So whenever the bus suddenly starts moving forward, or even it happens with the train, the passenger falls backward, and the bus, when suddenly it starts, yes, the passenger falls backward. So it's more clarified by picture. See, the bus is starting and the passenger is moving backward. Why is it so? Because the lower part of the body, which is in connect with the seat, tends to be at rest, and your upper part is moving with the bus. So you tend to fall backward when the bus is moving forward. You observe a jerk, है ना? Many of you must have felt this. Then a pile of 1 rupee coin remain intact when the lowest coin in the pile is struck by a knife. एक पाइल बनाइए coins का. You must have done it in your childhood. एक coin को knife से struck कीजिए. The whole pile will remain intact. क्योंकि because of inertia of rest. The upper portion of the pile tends to be at rest. आपने lower portion को displace किया, the lower portion will get displaced and the upper portion will be at rest. When you vigorously shake a tree, its leaves fall down because leaves tend to be in the state of rest. और tree को आपने motion में लाने की कोशिश की, then the leaves will fall down because of inertia of rest. देखो pile वाला example, it's already given. Yes. Let's move on towards inertia of motion, tendency of a body to oppose any change in the state of uniform motion is known as inertia of motion. चलती हुई चीज तब तक चलती रहेगी जैसे वो चल रही थी, unless compelled by external unbalanced force to change its state. Passenger falls backward when the bus stops suddenly. चलते चलते बस रुक जाए. You feel a jerk backward. Person falls forward while getting down on a moving bus. अब लाइफ में बहुत बार ऐसा हुआ जब ट्रेन छूटती है. How will you catch the train? Will you simply jump in? No, you'll get injured. पहले हमें बॉडी को थोड़ी सी वेलोसिटी देनी पड़ती है. Yes, the body has to gain some velocity, so we have to run a little to catch the train. Luggage is usually tied with a rope on the roof of buses. नहीं तो बस मूव करेगी, the luggage will fall. So it is tied so that it doesn't change its state of rest. Inertia of rest. So अगर बस मूव करेगी then it will slide forward and it will fall. इसीलिए luggage को tie किया जाता है with a rope so that it doesn't fall when the bus moves. See, basically physics is all about experiencing things and connecting it to what you have learned. That is why I attach these beautiful photographs there, so that you visualize, you experience, you feel it, and then you learn simply. You don't need to mug up anything. We have discussed all this. Now we are on inertia of direction. Tendency of a body to oppose any change in its state of direction is known as inertia of direction. Just direction में body is moving, it will keep on moving in the same direction unless, yes, complete the sentence quickly, unless an external unbalanced force is applied. You're absolutely right. So let's see the example. A stone tied to a string. Very famous example, almost given in all the books. Bowling in horizontal circle. If the string breaks, the stone flies away tangentially. We must have all done this in our childhood. We tie the stone with a string and then we whirl it in horizontal circle. अगर बीच में string टूट जाए, stone breaks away and then the stone, what is the path? tangential path. देखते हैं अभी एक second. See the beautiful picture. The girl is whirling the stone in a horizontal circle. Sting breaks and the stone flies away tangential to the circle, just to show the inertia of direction. See, the sting, okay, not towards B, not towards C, towards A, the tangential direction. So this is what I want to tell you. When a fast moving bus negotiates a curve on the road, passenger falls towards the center of the curved road. Everyone must have experienced this. जब bus turn लेती है, you fall towards the center of the road due to centripetal force. The force is acting towards the center. Centripetal force, and you fall in towards the center. Many of the rides in the amusement park, you must have experienced this, right? So you need to connect again what you have experienced and what you are learning for better grasping, right? So we'll continue with this topic, inertia and mass, in the next lecture. Till then, see you. Bye-bye. Take care and keep studying. And yes, don't forget to like, share, subscribe. Okay? Bye-bye.